All right, so we're getting ready to put the PCV valve in the 2016 Toyota 4Runner. That's Positive Crankcase Ventilation valve, but I don't know how tight to tighten it. So what I'm going to do is go to our repair manual that we got from emanualonline.com. And let's just type in PCV valve, hit enter. We have 3 results, 1 of 3. So here we go. Right, so PCV valve, subassembly, cylinder head, left hand, that's going to be your driver's side. There's a torque value, 27 Newton meters or 20 foot-pounds. Let's go put it in. All right, so we saw in the manual there that the PCV valve was located on the left hand cylinder head. Left hand is going to be as you're sitting in the driver's seat. And if you look right down in there in the center of the screen, kind of where it's blurry, that's the PCV valve. So 20 foot-pounds, my torque wrench will not go to 20 foot-pounds. I have an inch-pound torque wrench as well, and 20 inch-pounds equals 240 inch-pounds. Wait, hang on. So 20 foot-pounds converted to inch-pounds is 240. You have 12 inch-pounds in 1 foot-pound. So 20 foot-pounds is 240 inch-pounds. I'm confused. So this is not hard to get to. That's not going to work. But it's also not easy to get to, and it's going to be very difficult to film this for you. Maybe. So basically what I have to do is reach through here and squeeze this, squeeze that, that hose clamp. It's going to squeeze that, and that's going to move it up, right? It's going to move that just up the hose, move that up the hose out of your way as far as you need it. Once you have that out of the way, basically what you're going to do is just pull this off. This hose should pull off, yeah, see? Pull off of the PCV valve. Now what I did not do, I'm not prepared. I did not grab a socket or a ratchet to go ahead and release or remove this PCV valve. So the hose is already out of the way. Let me grab a socket and a ratchet and we'll pull that out of there. Okay, so the camera's kind of hard to keep in place. I'm going to pause this. All right, so the PCV valve socket size is 19 millimeter. And let's see if I can get the socket on here. It did take a moderate amount of force, I guess you would call it, to get it loose. Now that I have it loose, I'm going to just unthread it by hand, if I can keep my flashlight out of my way. A lot of room to work here. Back to the socket. And we're out. All right, so here's the part number we're using. This is a Toyota part number. I don't think this is an actual Toyota part, but you can see the difference. So there's a little plunger and a spring in here, and this one is particularly dirty. So I assume that's the original PCV valve. It does move, so I'm sure it's still working. So basically what that does, it just vents excess crankcase pressure, so you don't have excessive pressure buildup in your engine, the crankcase. Here's the new one. And that looks like it has a Y, some kind of thing, and that kind of looks like it might have a similar marking. I don't know, can't tell, but anyway, let me grab the torque wrench and we'll get this put in. All right, so we're going to start this by hand. If I can get my fingers down in here and not drop this, that'd be great. If I could not drop this. Okay. Looks to be about as far as I can get by hand. Well, no, I can go farther that way. So the torque wrench of choice today is our old Craftsman. Can you believe it? Made in USA. Inch-pound torque wrench. So let me take this over and we'll get it tightened up. All right. So let's get the socket down on the PCV valve. And again, we're looking for 20 foot-pounds or 240 inch-pounds. Should hear a click on the torque wrench once we reach that. There we go. All right, so next you'll bring your hose. See, kind of hard to see. Not a great perspective here, guys and gals. So bring the hose back down, push that over, and squeeze that little hose clamp and drop it back down in place. All right, I believe we're good. So a little bit of extra information. I thought or assumed that this PCV valve I bought was not a factory part. And I bought two because my son has a 2010, ours is a 2016. But the one that came out of it has those markings on it, whatever that is. And so does the new one. So it does appear to be a factory part. I do not think this has ever been changed. If it has, it would be totally coincidental that the parts that we bought to replace it are the same as what somebody else bought to put in there. But anyway, it's totally possible. So anyway, these are the tools used. 19mm socket. I did use a kind of a universal type swivel here. short extension, 3/8 ratchet, and an inch-pound torque wrench. So super easy, guys. You can do this. Very important piece of maintenance for your car. I'm sorry, your 4Runner, not a car. It's not a car. But this same part does fit many other different Toyotas and Lexus vehicles. So anyway, replace that PCV valve.